Group music videos and single artist music videos have a lot of similarities but also a lot of differences. For example, it is clear that in these two videos there is a colour scheme in one of them, which is the band music video by Chase Atlantic, which kind of has all the main characters wearing white or black and a kind of a constant theme of yellow throughout, whereas in the J. Cole video we kind of see a mix of all the colours, and that's even more present with his multicoloured coat. So I think costume is kind of more important in the band setting, as it's essential that the band kind of look all in sync, whereas with a single artist he can kind of manipulate the video how he'd want to. And also initially we can see a big difference in the editing of these two music videos. The editing is much more fast paced for the band, which means they've got a lot more content and had filmed a lot more shots, which is interesting because that could be related to more funding as a group or less funding for J. Cole as he's a solo artist, but it's definitely clear that the pace of shots is much slower for J. Cole's video. It's also interesting because J. Cole's song actually has a faster beat than Chase Atlantic's, however he's still using much less shots than them, which could signify that he's trying to create a different meaning and kind of a more chilled out rap song rather than something that's kind of like very fast paced. Also the sound is very different in these two, obviously, because in the group videos we kind of have a lot more miming to the lyrics, whereas J. Cole's on his own doing it, which is actually interesting because Chase Atlantic can manipulate kind of the lyrics how they want to, because there's a group of them and they can kind of mime them together or separately or at the same time but in different locations. So I think that they have a lot more flexibility with how they want to use their lip syncing, whereas J. Cole kind of has to sing the whole song on his own, and even though he has a few backup dancers in the background, he's primarily on his own. The camera work in these two different videos is quite similar. There's quite a lot of zooms and pans, and however there's a lot more tracking shots in the Chase Atlantic video, where the camera is moving up and down and sideways to follow the singer, whereas in J. Cole a lot of the shots are him still kind of singing. Also, it's quite interesting how the J. Cole video is about a minute and a half shorter than the Chase Atlantic video. This could kind of highlight that as a solo artist it's quite difficult to kind of to fill the video with it and make it interesting, and they kind of run out of lyrics and content at one point, whereas with the group they can kind of film a lot more content and kind of add a chorus and add another verse to make the song even better. But one similarity with them is they kind of have a similar amount of bass shots that they keep going back to. So I counted 5 bass shots in J. Cole's video, and there was 4, I think, in Chase Atlantic's, where they use the same location multiple times, which is just a repeating shot, and they go back to it whenever they need to fill the middle section slightly. The J. Cole video is clearly focused on creating kind of a similar meaning to the lyrics of the song and talking about his struggle and now that he's kind of famous, whereas the Chase Atlantic video is kind of just showing their party life, and it's a lot more kind of showing and kind of being arrogant towards their current lifestyle, whereas J. Cole's video is more a true representation of himself as an artist and not his wealth.